Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of the Sit Down with Juliana.
Woman, a warrior is a woman. Woman, woman, a savior is a woman. Woman, woman, a warrior is a woman. Woman, woman, a savior is a woman.
This next guest, I've literally watched start her music career and evolved into the artist that we know and love today. She's a mother, she's an artist, she's a dancer. I think she was even a manager at some point. I mean, her profile goes on and on and on. She's the woman behind one of my favorite songs today called Believe. Ladies and gentlemen, Vinka. Hi!
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm obsessed with Believe.
Really? Thank you. I was too.
Oh, it's a beautiful song.
And then I would see the numbers. I'd be like, I think I'm one of the people that have made this song, got this, like, to these numbers.
Seriously, it was one of those songs, and you can tell that everything was done right. From, songwriting to production to handpicking who did the song. It's a lovely song.
Yeah, I love Believe personally. You know that those songs you love, like your personal songs, that's my jam. Yes,
and the lyrics as well.
Nessim
is like a genius. I keep telling him. I mean, the way he writes, it's...
Nessim and Dax Vibes, actually, the two of them.
Oh, they wrote it together?
Yeah, they wrote it together.
That's interesting. So Dax also writes.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you for coming. I know you're busy.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for making time.
Yeah, of course. Why
How
not?
have you been?
When the legend calls you, like,
Oh, come on. Bambi totandi kangenda kufuna ensonyi. No, but thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no. Don't mention it.
How is music treating you?
Music is good. I love to dance. I'm enjoying. Everything is good.
Yeah.
Fans are enjoying my music.
They really are. In fact, I'm sure you've been hearing all this talk, but most of the last, maybe few months of last year, they kept saying you are the female artist of the year.
Oh my God, it means a lot, yeah?
And I thought it's true.
It
really
does mean a lot to me because... we won't go back in the past, but it means a lot. Like, I can't even explain it.
No, but you deserve it because when I look at the
Thank
work
you.
you've put in and you've been consistent.
Yes.
And that is
Thank
not
you.
easy for a woman. I know people keep saying, stop playing the woman card. But it really is true, especially now when you're a mother, you have other responsibilities in your life. The fact that you manage to remain consistent in your career is an impressive thing.
Yeah, I think it's the team behind me, the team at Swangs, my family.
Your family, isn't that so
that.
important, Manang?
Very important.
We forget that.
Yeah.
Even with me, I know that whatever I've achieved in life, a part of it has been because my family, has been by my side. Because you can't do it alone.
No, you cannot.
Yeah.
These are the supportive people when you go back home, and maybe you've had a long day, you've had a bad day. These are people that are gonna put a smile on your face. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the fans, of course, not to forget.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the beginning, to the little girl who was Veronica Luja Nachinch. Where do you grow up?
So I grew up from Kazo.
Okay.
I know some people that grew up from Kazo want me to say Kawempe, but I'm not going to say Kawempe because it's Kazo. It's linked to Kawempe.
Kazo.
I grew up from Kazo.
Kazo is after Kawempe.
Yes.
I think it's after
Kazo.
Kawempe.
It's after Kawempe, I grew up from Kazo with my mom and dad and my other siblings. Right now we are 10 kids. Then we were not yet 10. But from my mom, we are 3 kids.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I left and started living in Bwegere. So part of my life, I lived in Kazo, grew up from there. Although I was mainly in boarding school. I was in boarding school from baby class.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What was that like?
No, my dad told me, Mama yali akuba nnyo.
Oh.
Ngebe bituyombya nenga why.
Are you daddy's girl?
Yeah.
Oh, I can relate. I was daddy's girl. My dad passed on.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. So
Yeah.
yeah, and then the other life, I grew up in Bulgaria till campus, till I started working.
Yeah. And you grew up with both your dad and mom?
I grew up with both my dad and mom for some time.
Okay.
And then when I say the Bulgaria bit, that's when I started living with my mom. But of course, from school, I would first go to my dad's place in Kazo. Then I go to Bulgaria. I would live with my mom and my grandmother, my maternal grandmother.
So does that mean that at some point your dad and mom separated?
Yes, at some point they did separate. Yeah.
Okay. How did that affect you as a child? And how old were you when that happened?
I remember I was in P5.
Okay. And how did your little mind of a P5 kid understand that?
You know, when I was young, I would see them having those confrontations.
Okay.
It would hurt me. I would not understand everything. But you know, when we grow up, we start to understand, oh, this is what happened. It's because now you
remember, because now you're
Yes.
Yeah.
So I came back from school, boarding school.
Mm.
I asked for my mom, and my brothers tell me, yeah, again. I cried.
Oh my
I
God.
could not believe it.
Oh my God.
Even thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I knew where she was.
Okay.
I think it was bound to happen at some point.
They just didn't tell you while you were still in school.
Yes. They didn't tell me while I was still in school. So they picked me up. I get home and my mom is not home. I could not stay there because I was the only girl at the point. The rest were boys, my brothers.
Okay. Mm.
And then I think my dad fell sick at some point and my mom came to see him. I told her I'm not staying here. So that's how it happened. I said staying in Bulgaria. I would come back from boarding school, drop my stuff in Kazo, and then go to Bulgaria for the entire holiday. And I think my dad felt safer that way.
Yeah.
Because there were boys this side at home.
True.
Yeah.
You needed your mama.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
How's your relationship with mom?
It's
Are you the kind that is, especially now that you've had your own child? I used to tell people that for me, as much as I grew up with so much love for my mom, once I became a mom myself, I had a whole new respect for her.
I know.
Yeah.
So for me, growing up, I wasn't my mom's best friend. I actually didn't like her.
Oh.
Yeah, because she would beat me a lot. Every tiny thing, she beats me.
Yeah.
Like, I literally wanted to go with my dad to work. Like, and all my dad's friends know I am daddy's girl. They keep asking me to date. Daddy ochamwagalangedda. My mom would beat me. But growing up, I literally talk to her. She's the first person I talk to when I wake up, I think. We have a very strong relationship. I keep reminding her about what happened. And then I tell her, boy, no busungu. Like, you know how parents be like, tata wata kwagala nnyo.
Yeah.
Ate kata obusungu probably bayombye. God. But now we are.
I guess a lot was going on in her life at the time.
Exactly.
And you know, the beauty with life is that as you get older, you get to a point where you're able to have almost friendly conversations with your mother.
Exactly.
And you can actually tell her how certain things made you feel back then.
Exactly.
And I think it's therapeutic, especially if you have a mom who's willing to have those conversations with you. Because there are mothers I know who actually don't want to go there. Like if they made mistakes, you know, back in the day, some mothers don't want to get there.
I know, she has really gotten there with me.
That's good.
Says, I'm sorry, Sonyiwa, Naliwenti, Sonyiwa, you know? Yeah. And then she tells you the stories, or your dad was like this. Can you imagine this? And then you understand because you have grown up.
Yeah.
So now I appreciate my mother more.
That's good.
Yeah.
So the music, did you just suddenly become, or did you have like a love for music from the time maybe you were in school? When do you know that, I can actually sing?
I know it's people I like, no, yeah, we go. Like, how come? So, funny thing is, from my senior 1 to senior 6, I did the folk songs for my house.
Ah, okay.
But I loved the dancing more.
So the dancing is from way back.
Y-
Okay, now I see the
So
experience.
I really like gave that dancing more time, like even at school, queen dancer, whatnot. Because MDD, I'll just do the folk songs, every day, such things. And then when I became artist manager, I would do the jingles.
Yeah.
You know those things. Artist manager, I do the jingles. I'm so okay now. You know those things.
I know. Yeah.
So I think I have a little background of singing, not the Juliana.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, but
yeah, but you started off basically in school.
yes, I started off in school as a dancer. I would do the singing, and then out of school, that senior 6 vacation, we were a group of girls. We danced at the Hot Steps competition, the school category, and then we won.
Wait, the Hot Steps, wasn't that the one on TV? The one we used to watch, I think, on
it's the
Sundays?
one that was on, it's the one that was on TV. So that's how PJ saw us.
PJ, the guy who used to hang out at Swans.
Yes, PJ. And then the late Sarah, may her soul rest in peace. She wanted dancers for her video. The song is called Fire. PJ is like, buto. That's senior 6 back. Buto buja tukolera bichi. He reaches out. We go dance in the video. So that's when Julia spots us. So they make us Sarah's dancers, like at the gigs she used to do at a time. So that's the entire connection, getting to Swangs.
Okay, so that's how you came into Swans,
That's how I
as
came
Sarah's dancers.
Yeah.
So then how then do you move from that? Because I think when I met you, first of all, you were Vero. We all knew you as Vero. And the next thing I'm saying, Vinka. I'm like, stable Julius, what's happening? So you come in as dancers, and then how do you settle in at Swangs?
So I was the one that would speak for my group. Oh, we're going to work for this money. There's always that leader. We're going to work for this money. So I would coordinate. We would do the buzz gigs. Swangs or something we're doing. But at that time, we were a group of 4 girls. But at that same time, when Sarah passed, I was dancing for Jackie Chandiru. But remember, Julius already knows me and that stuff. So he sends someone, he's like, I'll work all Kenda, but like she coordinates and whatnot. And yet I'm looking for an artist manager for now.
Interesting.
Yes. So I meet him. I'm like, Julia, someone told me whatnot. I remember what Makere. He said, you'll come to office. I went to office, we talked.
You were studying at Makerere?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we had just started first year. Someone told me what? And then he's like, he takes me through the job. I'm like, I don't know much. I haven't done anything. Right now I'm dancing for Jackie Chandiru. Also, I stay home. I need to these are night things. What? I need to explain to my mom. All that stuff. And then he's like, this is how much we are going to pay you. It wasn't a lot. But I thought of the knowledge that I was going to get. I mean, I had zero knowledge on artist management. This was a girl. I was a dancer. Campus. I said, I'll work. It's just. That's how I started.
So basically, you started off managing Irene?
Yeah,
Italy?
Irene.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was that like? Knowing that you were doing this for the first time, you had no experience in the area. What was that like?
Well, it was not easy, but good thing I had Julius's guidance.
Yeah.
So whenever something was hard, I'll call Julius. Oh, man, we did. So Julius, to make it easy, would call him and be like, like that. So people started getting to know me slowly by slowly. Yeah.
So what did this entail? You did negotiations on her behalf as well?
Yeah, like tukoira sente maker. But when you have a top boss,
yeah,
you do not make
The final decision.
decisions. Yeah, I know I came off as, but it's different. Principle and character is different. So I
Yeah.
came off as the hardcore one, but I had to go back and be like, but what sentence, no, maybe so I did not make the final decision, but I got the bookings and all that. We artists have our rate cards. As a senators call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. When then do you start singing? Was it when she was still at school?
So after making, what do I start saying? After making 2.5 years, I think,
As a manager.
as an artist manager, Julius tells me, Vero, no me. I tell him, okay. As artist managers at the record label, you're supposed to help scout for talented artists and all that. I'm like, hey, no mimi ngaezi nyazinya tamanyo kuimba ngaimba nenga sibidibidi
Sibidibidi.
Julia.
Kuyimba n'ogweri.
I'm like, okay, I see where you're going.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm like, yeah, let me start. He's
Scouting.
Like, we don't need to. I think you're the artist. But Julius, you play too much. But when I was almost getting done with campus, my last year, there's a meeting where they call in every worker, every employee to talk to them. So when they called me in the office, that's when I'm like, what if I want to sing? Hey, they're like, we're ready for you whenever. I'm like, after I'm done with school, it was like a joke.
Yeah.
I started voicing.
Voicing songs.
Yeah, like no, of course, try before signing contracts and all that stuff. But
Kind of like
still
how you
managing.
record demos.
Exactly. Yes. And I'm voicing out. Meanwhile, Julius is telling some few people, Vinka, and people are laughing about like, are you kidding me?
Remember, they were used to you being around there but doing other things.
Yeah. Actually, that's how I did a song with Irene before I even signed the contract.
Okay.
Our song with Irene.
What was it called? Did you?
Stylo.
Stylo.
It was called Stylo. Yeah. I had quite a number of songs.
Yeah.
In studio. Hey. It wasn't easy, my friend.
So you does that mean that the first song you released was Stylo? As Vinka?
Level. Stylo was my second song.
Okay.
Yeah. My first song was Level as Vinka.
How was the reception? I know I followed a bit, but how was it for you?
The reception was not good. Of course, people saying, "Hey, gombia mimbi na yagaimba taja pisobola." But of course, she's better off as an artist manager, whatnot. But good thing, Julius and Benon, they're good people. They're gonna talk you. They're like your parents.
They
Literally
know how to say the right stuff at the right time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They told me, don't worry about it. It's going to be like that for some time, but as long as you have good music.
Yeah.
So I was kind of prepared. And this is a time, and now at the same time, after dropping my first song, at that same time is when Irene leaves the label. Okay, that's what caused the trouble.
Okay.
Because now everyone is thinking I've replaced her. And yet that's not it. Record labels are meant to sign artists regardless.
I know that any artist who's starting out, sometimes it will take you a couple of years to warm up to the people, for the people to warm up to you. They may not like you so much in the beginning because you're still selling your product. I know that for you, it got to a point where I felt like you're being attacked. What were you thinking in that moment? Say you've done about 2-3 songs at the beginning of your solo career, and you're seeing these comments. And the thing I feel sorry about you guys is that in your era, you have social media. Like, we guys, when we were starting out, if you sang trash, you'd probably know through the radio DJ, and that's it. And probably they won't play it after. In your era, either because you're starting out and they don't know you, or the song you've done, they don't like it, you literally get the feedback I mean, we also do. But what I'm saying is you guys are fresh. You know, you're vulnerable. You're literally just learning the game. And you are at a place where you get these things direct on your social media platforms. Did you feel like, oh my God, I've made a mistake, I shouldn't be singing?
Depression at that point. Like, I lost so much weight. I lost so much weight. Ngasagana kuita mbantu. Because at this point, even your people,
Yeah.
like your acquaintances,
Yeah.
are probably. And then you're like, manag. But then you're listening to your songs that are coming out,
and they're banging,
and you're like, these people don't know, like,
they just don't get it.
You start saying, oh, I eat more food.
Yeah.
Someone reached a point of telling me, ne, tugenda kuteka supplements.
Imagine that. Imagine.
Yeah, but
social media is an interesting place.
But I think for me, whatever happened in a moment, I'm just realizing right now, it worked in my advantage. Like,
thank you. Yeah.
New. I think that's what made me.
It's interesting because when I was writing down my notes, I noted that down, and I wanted to ask you. I feel like that must have been your motivation to the person you've become today.
That was my motivation. That's what gave me a tougher skin of nsoma comment ngomuntu amvumidde ddala biri abimalayo nembwa tukanenseka mekebananga abantu bayina ebivuma babijjawa. You get. But this is a time where everyone is saying Vinka. Abade artist manager Katero Nagamani Vinka. Who is Vinka? So I feel like that's when people said to know me, because that name is going around. Everyone wants to know who is Vinka. Why are they talking about her? So whoever probably didn't like me then, at least they knew who I was.
Yes.
And for me, that worked.
Yeah. I think that's a lesson to anyone out there who's like starting out, whether be it music, be it acting, even if you're starting out a business. Yeah. It is not guaranteed that people are going to warm up to your product immediately. Yeah. But it's up to you to just stay focused and stay the course and say, you know what? You don't like me now, tomorrow you're going to like me. Yes. Because look at you now. People are obsessed with your music.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's been good. I'll say good, and consistency.
Yeah.
Discipline.
Isn't that one thing that I think has affected some of us in the business? You might be so talented, but discipline is a big deal. And I've seen people who've gone off the rails, not because they're not talented, but because discipline able them.
Discipline, humility.
Yeah.
No kwemanya ng'omuntu. Like, you need to be able to know what you're capable of without getting a congratulations from anyone out there.
Thank you.
That part.
You must believe in yourself first.
Yeah.
What do you think was your first breakout hit?
Malaika.
The one that gave you the big break?
Malaika. I think Malaika is where some people came out and said, oh, she's actually, I was doubting that actually.
Yeah. Here we are. Okay, I may have been wrong.
So, Malaika is... Malaika is the song.
It's the song.
It's the song.
And then first, when did you sign with Sony?
Sony, 2019.
Yeah.
I signed with Sony, 2019. It's very exciting. They tell you Sony, they tell you, oh, you're like, the one I've been hearing, Sony. What?
So in fact, as you explain, it takes us back to what we were just saying earlier on.
Yeah.
That the motivation from, the backlash you got at the beginning, look at you now, you're receiving a phone call, say for example, and this girl that they were telling that, oh, she can't sing. Exactly. Look at her. Oh, we can't stand her music. Sony Music, the one you've grown up listening to, is calling up and saying they want to sign you.
they told me that, I was like, what? And then at the same point, they're telling me Sony wants you, Universal wants you. I'm like, me? How?
Vinka, Vero.
How? Gucci.
The Vero?
Yeah. They send a very big contract like this with lawyers, whatnot. But this is something very exciting. You can't even turn down.
Yeah.
I don't know if something like that has ever happened to you, of whatever.
I'm getting in. Your mass. How has it been? Are you still working with them?
Yes, I'm still under Sony. I was confident.
Yeah.
Because Swangs the Yampa, indicated.
That's good. They're still involved.
For me, that's what I was confident about.
Okay, so how does it work? You are now under 2?
Yes, so Sony has the music ownership and all that. So Swangs manages me. So I do music right now, release it out there. Sony has the rights over my music. They do the distribution and everything. Yeah, that's how it works. But Swangs does my bookings. Sony bino byenyimba ku stage nayimbyewa oba nagenza US oba nagenza Europe tebibakwatako.
Okay.
Theirs is about digitally, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Yeah.
And how do you feel it has changed your life working with Sony? What has it added that wasn't there before?
What wasn't there before? I have international presence. It might not be noticed, but I can see. No, like people might not notice it. Echinza obutaberangecha echa Wizkid.
Yes.
Oba Banner Boy.
Yeah.
Newe mfulumya oluyimba. I can tell. I have a spot somewhere ku Apple just because I am a Sony artist.
Yeah.
There are certain things, just mentioning that I'm a Sony artist, Chimpisao,
on your profile,
on my profile, it adds big time. 2019 was the year.
Imagine.
And then it dropped in October. Banange. 2020 together more. I'm excited. Europe, I'm going on tour with them. COVID said stop.
It said stop to all of us.
And they locked us down.
I know. So that's when you were meant to tour with her.
My dear, during that time, I think I checked all this stuff during COVID-19 and nyumba, I think 2021, nalaba abantu ba blue ticks abansaba collabo.
Imagine.
Ngate nzirabye late. Nga we are locked down, ate nga nzirabye late. You know, COVID went on like back at 2021. Ngobudde buyise. I said this wasn't meant for
But
me.
I think you can still,
I know, but it's different.
I know.
Some
things
there's that cut time where you're on fire.
Moment. That's true. And creatives were like that. Like it used to happen right then and then. Yeah. There was a year that you did like a song, a video that dropped every month. That was 2019. Wait, how did you manage? I looked at your schedule. I was like, I don't want to be Vinka right now. How did you manage?
I keep telling my team, Kale, mama gachidam jachikola mweka.
Mama jachikola no mulala. That was tough, It means you had to do a video shoot every month.
That part.
But then can I tell you, the worst thing for me when we're doing production and all is the video shoots.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of... It's just not my favorite part. If you're going to put on the mic and tell me to sing, I will sing all
Maybe
day.
It depends on the director.
Video shoots. I guess. Some make it really easy.
Easy, yeah.
And some people make it... Like Marvin. Marvin makes it so easy.
Have you met Aronia?
No.
Can you... I can't believe you're saying Marvin makes it... How? When?
I thought he does. In my experience, I feel like he makes it easy. I feel like he makes me comfortable, honestly.
I want to ask someone what they think.
Okay, we'll do a vote.
Because Marvin. Oh, because he shoots most of my dance videos. But I'm having anzizam nemgane chogamba ewe nemyundi zonzizam tonafuna. Marvin zenkoye.
I know. The only time I remember Marvin overworking me was when we did, it must have been Omkwano Gweda when I was acting with John Segawa.
Marvin.
Dude made me repeat those things. Paka when nanyiga.
You said Marvin.
I know. How is family life, Vinka?
Family life is good. It's fun.
Is it how is it playing out with you being a very busy artist right now? Because I know that's the biggest challenge we face as women.
Yeah.
Having to be a mom, someone's wife, and then having to appear.
I think
all
that
kinds of
the
places.
best answer is a supportive partner.
Okay.
For
that's
me.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, because I think it's about the supportive partner. I used to worry a lot. You know, when you're with someone and they're telling you they want a kid and you see they love kids, say like you get. So for me, I think it's a supportive partner. We communicate.
He's a very supportive partner.
Yeah, I'm not going to be around. Atengali anyamba apart from abakozi or sheged because I'm not very comfortable with helpers. I'm not very
Alone
comfortable.
without the parent involved.
Alone without
That's
the parent.
true.
Ali very supportive. Kale ne waba tabaddeewo mpozi era mmanya at least ajja beerawo at a certain point.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's that part that he also understands. I have to go and work. Yeah.
But what about you as a person? Do you sometimes feel overwhelmed with being in both places at the same time? Because as a mom, I mean, there are responsibilities that just come naturally when you're home. At the same time, you have work. You feel overwhelmed.
That's funny because yesterday I was telling my partner, I was like, oh my God, Avi and Sumbwa, Nanta, mommy this, mommy that, mommy, ne pulidanga, tami, alinga gwe. Mommy this, mommy that, mommy that, ne pulidanga. Like, can you go and watch?
Sometimes when I get to that point, as when I call them, I'm like, Jango toileta aja so kandeke mukatono.
Do you know sitting here?
Yeah.
And then someone will bring their little chair and sit down there with you. Nakwe kuitirizako. Ngalaba ngali bize nenga kale no emuka ono dawali.
Nakugoberera.
Nakugona.
Interestingly, those are the sweetest moments when you miss them. You're like, oh, I need to go back home so that she can annoy me.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, what my son does is he'll literally be doing his things. Tandi nako ali kubibi until I pick up this phone and start talking. Then suddenly he has a problem. Then he will come. If it's my headphone, he'll pull it out. He'll just do that and pull it out. Then he'll start looking at me like trying to put himself between my phone and him. Like, kids are so interesting. They're such attention seekers. But, you know, while you're getting pissed in that moment, at least for me, when I leave home, those are the moments, again, that I miss.
Sometimes I feel like, am I doing it right? Am I a very busy mother? I keep asking myself, and then I'm like,
yeah, I know.
Calm down.
The guilt comes in for sure. At least I know I've experienced that many times. Like, if I have to go away and work, what's the point of us parents going to work? It's always for our children.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing that just consoles me. But the guilt.
The guilt.
Especially if I have to travel far.
That part. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling. There's this thing that I wanted to ask you about. Female artists' safety. And I ask you this because I saw what happened to you in South Sudan.
Yeah.
Attacked.
That guy went overboard. And to think that I didn't give it much attention.
Yeah.
Saga anyo kuva kumulamwa. I like to do things.
Yeah.
Gwe no chiwulira gwachikoze. And it's not and everybody else is not affected.
True.
So you can see it. I did that and continued singing without getting pissed off or what. Nenchivako.
Yeah.
The next day I'm at the hotel. If I say South Sudan Twitter. Allah, Uganda, everywhere, shared room, UK. I said, what?
But I was
think-
even on Shade Room.
Yeah, I think it.
Uh-oh.
My friend sent it to me. My other friend in Nigeria was like, "Are you okay?" And I was just laughing. I'm like, "Banange."
Wow.
Yeah. So I think for me, that's literally the only time it. But then, funny thing is, after that, it happened a few times. Naye abantu bantya.
Okay.
Kati bantya. Another time it happened. I was at a corporate event, imagine. But you know a corporate event where bayise bawakazi bonna kati abantu bacamuse bayimiridde bakwetoolodde. Then this guy comes and touches my...
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's disgusting. I know.
Thing is, I saw him. He did it the first time. I stayed calm. I continued singing.
Yeah.
He did it again.
That's crazy. It's funny that guys don't get to experience such things. That women, every time we step on stage, somehow someone looks at you like a sex object in their head, you know? But I also feel that this is the reason, first of all, why we need security. You know?
do.
And sometimes when you have security, people are like, why is she moving with those people? But in actual sense, those people actually come in handy and they actually protect you. But if you ask me, I also feel like, especially at concerts, public, big concerts, I feel like it's the promoter's responsibility to also make sure that artists, when they step on stage, especially female artists, there's enough security, you know, around the stage.
You know,
maybe.
there are some fans that are very rowdy. Obo mwenge gubalinya. They'll just jump on stage and do the craziest thing, and then you're like, Panang. Before you know it, security nga yabalabye late.
Yes.
There are some fans that are crazy. They oba mwenge.
You know, there's a thin line, because at the end of the day, you want your fans to be happy.
Yes.
You even want them to come and connect with you in a safe way.
Yes.
The problem is when one of them just goes out of hand and does something crazy on stage, which is why you need to be cautious. It's not that you don't want your fans to come near you.
Yeah,
it's just that someone
I keep explaining
crazy
that. Yeah.
might actually do something, and before you know it, it's too late. Maybe damage has been done. Songs Avenue. And they start comparing. Vinka, how do you feel about the culture of comparing female artists?
People like doing that. It's not a good one. Because bebaletera n'abayimbi okukola ki okufeeling a certain type of way.
Towards each other.
We are human beings. Tetsobola kigaana ekyo. Someone will start saying, even Juliana even somehow once bako Juliana all the time, then I start feeling a
and then
certain...
subconsciously you start feeling like
when Sanga
Juliana
Juliana
isn't that funny? Which is why it is so important for you not to let that stuff get to your head. You know? It's
you
such
go
a
on the interview,
bad
they're
mind
like,
game.
katinga swangs tekufaako. Swangs nga gwe
Before you know it,
tekufaako.
you're starting to feel things.
You're starting to think, but those people, they're not giving me attention.
Yeah.
So, oyina okwebulirira ng'omuntu. We are human beings. It can happen to... And even me. It's normal. But it's about being mature. Ne webulirira ng'omuntu. No, but I've also dropped. And then you understand that, but everyone has their plan at the beginning of the year. Katoli waba afulumiza chidi, nze mu plan yange tekyalimu. Like, wewebulirira ng'omuntu, omanya nti gwe ekyo tekyali mu plan yo, oli mu plan ye kyalimu, oba they've probably... one time, someone was comparing, you're trying to be like this one. And I told them, honey, I am being myself. It's up to you to see Beyonce, Rihanna, like...
Exactly. See
when
whoever
you
you want.
understand that.
Yeah.
See whoever you want, but just know this is Vinka.
It's such a mind game. And
it is.
At the end of the day, what's important is, I think, for you to know who you are and know that someone else can be there and they are great in whatever they do.
Yeah.
And I can also be great in my own.
And the cake is very big.
The cake is so big. I keep telling people, the dream is big enough for everyone.
Oh my God, the cake is so big. Olaba weekend ebeerawo nenga buli omu ali booked.
okitegeera
That's how big the cake is.
ate olaba nti uganda eno nti abantu bebamu naye mu bantu abo you can all share these funds and still
sure.
be happy and
Yes.
satisfied. For me the trick has always been just do good music, just
Yeah.
have a good product for your people,
Yeah.
and that's it. And
Yeah,
that's it.
That's it for sure.
How is Winnie?
Winnie's fine.
Yeah. You know why I'm asking? Because I think Winnie go to asemba okulaba ku show, and then now we're waiting for Vinka. Your fans have been asking you for a show. Are you going to give us one?
I think the show will come. I think because, but I don't want to be
I
defined
feel like your
by-
fans have waited long. It's almost the way we used to feel about Winnie. That we're like, Bane, we've waited for too long, and finally it happened. You know?
The show will come when I am ready. Financially.
Financially,
That
I don't
part.
think financially is the issue. Maybe Vidala, but not.
No,
financially.
Juliana, I'm telling you. Concerts are very expensive. Not that I have had one, but at least I was present at Irene's. I was behind the scenes when Irene had her concert at Swang's. I was behind the scenes, so I know.
You saw the work they
I
put
know
into
what
it.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know the concert will come.
Yeah.
Maybe not now,
Maybe
but
not now. Take your time.
it will come.
Take your time, Vinka. Whatever you want to do, don't do things because people are rushing you.
Yeah.
Always take your time and do something when you know that, okay, now is the time. Now I'm ready. You know, the fans have waited for a while, but I needed to be ready as a person.
I think what matters is the good music.
Exactly.
When I have the good music,
Yeah.
everything else will come on time.
You've had a lot of hits, some collaborations, some just you.
Yeah.
Which artists do you feel you haven't worked with yet that you would love to work with? Give me one Ugandan and one international. Okay. I was about to guess why you're smiling, but let you tell me.
No, tell
Why are
me.
you smiling?
Please make a wild guess.
You want me to make a wild guess? Of what? The Ugandan? A guy or girl or chick?
A guy, maybe.
Who would Vinka want to work with? I want to go for someone within your age group.
Really?
No? Okay, let me just take a wild guess. Saha?
Saha, of course. Like, I mean, duh. But I feel like Saha is. It's Bebe Cool.
It's oh, that's nice. I would never have thought of that. I would never have thought of that. You'd love to work with Bebe Cool.
Yeah.
He's a great artist.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
I'd love to
legendary.
work
So
with Bebe Cool. You know, I be seeing people saying so many things, and then I'm like, do these people know?
yeah.
Yeah. The Ugandan.
That would be a big
Bebe
one.
Cool, and
That would be a big one. I hope it happens. Bebe Cool, are you listening?
I hope. I hope. Kubanga.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, but
And outside the country?
if it doesn't happen, I will still be a fan. Outside the country, who could that be? I want a crazy collaboration that would. There's so many artists I want to work with out there, but
Yeah.
I want to work with Shaggy.
Shaggy. One of the things I love about Shaggy is his stage performance. I mean, his music is amazing.
Yes.
But when that guy steps on stage, you were probably young at the time he came here. You never got to watch him.
No.
Right? You were still in school. We guys, I think I got to watch one, probably the last one that he did. And when that guy steps on stage, he's magical. He's amazing.
Yeah, Shaggy.
Yeah. Shaggy. Tell me about entrepreneurship. Why am I asking you about this? Because I know, without saying a lot, I know that you're one of the few artists who've invested well. Was this something... Did someone guide you into that direction? Because the thing about music and artists is that when we are at our peak, unless you have someone to talk sense into you, that moment is so intoxicating that you don't even think about investment.
Investing, yeah.
So you have to be thankful if you have people around you who are going to tell you that, hey, okay, you're making the money, but take a one or take a one. Did you have people who guided you in that direction? Or were you just naturally a businesswoman who wanted to
And
become...
I won't say it's natural. Well, for some people it's natural, but also sometimes it's the genes. I feel like we got that from my dad.
Oh.
My dad is someone that will say, okozese, zikubise. He keeps reminding you.
That's a good one.
You. Yeah, and then my brother
Yeah.
helped me with the car business and all that. Like he keeps waking me up. Later, I'm trying to sell a car
Yeah.
to my friend.
Kati
abimbuzizaako nemugamba gwe tosalawo ngenda kugamba nga biwedde nangamba ngenda kukubiranga essimu otanze okwegeza.
And that's your brother.
That's my elder brother. Like my family keeps me in check. And then from my mother we are three. That's 2 boys and 1 girl. We are very close. Like we are very close like this. So we talk about our businesses. I talk to them about things. They advise me. Omanyi kibi okwagala okusurprising abantu mukankole kino mba surprising bajja kutya. You surprise yourself and
sometimes
get into losses.
yes
I'm telling
sometimes
you
could end up surprising yourself.
So I always talk to my brothers.
Yeah.
I told you about Benon and Julia. So like that parent that you don't have, they keep telling, but use your money wisely.
Yes.
Invest. But like they keep reminding you every minute you go, invest. You're doing good. They remind you you're doing good.
I'm glad.
Invest.
Yeah. I'm glad. And you're very lucky to have them, because
for sure,
if you don't have people who keep reminding you like that, you could wake up one day and you're like, damn, why did I put all the money?
Yeah.
You know, what would you tell a young and upcoming artist? What advice would you give them in terms of career, but also in terms of longevity when it comes to their finances? What advice would you give them?
When it comes to your finances, discipline. You know, discipline chintu chikulu nnyo.
Chigambo chimu n'eki kulu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Discipline, humility banaye. Bw'oba toli humble. Nze nebo ngamba otya nti tekayina, that's fine.
Yeah.
Kati mba nvudde coach. You get, nze sigenda kulaga continue that part of they have to see me like, man, social media is killing it for us. We want to show everything, like we want to show everything. We want to you get the money, you snap it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline,
Humility.
your friends, humility. We choose our friends wisely.
In other words, keep the right people around you.
Yes.
You know, when you have those friends who just come and want to spend your money, that's the thing at some point I needed to work on.
Really?
Yes.
How come?
Because if you're not careful, you would end up spending all the money that you make on, you know, taking your friends out and stuff like that. I'm not saying don't take your friends out, don't give them a good time, don't hang out with your friends. No. But I think and if there's anything I would tell you, is that keep friends that add value
it's
to
important.
you know? Keep friends who, for example, if you go out on vacation, say you're going out for a weekend away in Zanzibar, if you're out having dinner, if your friends are the kind, ntiboja your Visa card, they also take out theirs. Those are the friends.
Yeah.
Not the ones who sit back after dinner, never let a bill.
Kanzeo akamba reviewing him.
No, seriously. You must keep the right friends around you.
Yeah. Thank you for that advice.
You must keep friends who will come and tell you, okay, this year okoze chino na chino. How else are you investing your money? I have a friend like that. She's called Angie. Shout out, Angie. She's that friend. Like every time I have lunch with Angie, you know, she'll tell me stuff about finances. She'll tell me stuff about investment. She'll tell me stuff about self-growth. Like she is that friend, you know. So try and keep such friends around you.
For
you
sure.
know?
Yeah. Buy some. Kamba isikubanga.
Yeah. Sigambye bachawe.
No,
Naye
of
like
course not.
you compartment no gamba. Oh no. Yeah,
But
once in a
the
while
way
we'll
that-
hang out.
Yeah.
Naye priority njja kujua oh no because bwembeera nabo nfuna mu kino.
Yes. Bananga, I have a school, daycare and preschool.
Okay.
So if you're around Muyenga, Kansanga,
Yeah.
Gaba, the school is at Chiwafu Road. It's called Veneva Little Kids. You'll see a very
Whenever
big.
little kids. Okay.
Bring your little ones. Let's play LAN.
I love that.
Yeah.
Are you involved or you survive?
I am in Pitayo, of course. Yeah.
So guys, you've heard it for yourselves. Please take your kids. It's in
It's in Chiwafu Road.
It's on Chiwafu
Kansanga,
Road.
yeah.
Kansanga. Take your kids. Abalina abaana bali mu area eyo. Especially ng'ogenda tuddayo kukola wonoonya w'otwala omwana woba omuleka ng'ali safe. Veneva.
Yes.
Before we go, there's a little game I usually like playing with my guests. I mention a name and you tell me what comes to mind when you think of that person.
Okay.
You tell me how they make you feel, what you think of them. Number 1, Julius Chaze. Very obvious, right? So obvious.
What comes to my mind?
When you think of Julius, what comes to mind? In your life, how he's affected your life,
Man,
kind of person he
man,
is.
recently I told him, Chuga, you inspire me. And then he didn't have words. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I look up to Julius in so many ways.
Yeah.
Business, how he handles situations.
With such calmness. I don't know how.
Like
he does
how?
it. I don't know how he does it.
How? I rarely see him mad. I want to be like that.
Yeah.
Kuba pasuka nyo, it's not good. I want to be like that. Like, I
Yes.
don't want you to read my emotions. That's, I
Yes.
think that's what comes to my mind.
Okay. Dax vibes.
Dax vibes. Dax vibes. You know, Dax vibes is my hobby. So
Oh,
whenever,
really?
yeah, like homies,
Okay,
darling, but he was classes below me.
Okay.
So how I remember is, whenever they say Dax vibes, I see that Kalito boy. Nenga Bobby ajana mchaida Bobby ngaina gundi.
Those standing, that's standing stiff waist.
So that's what I remember whenever I see
Yeah.
Dax vibes. I remember the little boy in uniform.
Yeah.
Nga Bobby azene standing.
Okay. Fake for Micah.
Fake. I don't know what to.
You've worked with him?
Yeah, we have a song
Yeah.
together. I have worked with him, but I don't
What
know why.
was your experience like when you worked
It
together?
was a good experience. He kept time. But I don't know what to think about Vic. Because even when we meet, Churchill Vero.
Is he very reserved?
That's it. I think like
Okay.
tewaba obingi byakwogera wemsa Churchill Vero. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've met him once, but he came off as very reserved, very laid back.
Yeah. But you know, usually people in our circle, we batumanya obulungi.
Yeah. Winnie Nwaji.
Winnie!
Fire baby.
Winnie Nwaji.
Yeah.
You know that very lovely girl
Uh-huh.
that everybody thinks is badass and has no feelings, and yet you know she's so lovely. Like ye okunyize bokola ekintu oba ina kiwamukozi. Like for me, that's like everyone says, Winnie, when I'm like, you guys, she's so lovely. Surprisingly, she's such a nice girl. Just that Ziva Komang, you know, like but that's for a reason. But
Yes,
she's
but the actual person.
the actual person is very nice. Kale gwosigala omnyigidde. Najja naseka gwe nga yabivuddeko dda.
For me, I like how
Winnie's a
straight
sweet.
she is.
Exactly.
Like she does not pretend. She
Yes.
says it as it is. Like she's not a people pleaser.
No.
And I like that about her. Lastly, Benon Mugombia.
Ah, Benon. Ah. He's a perfectionist.
Is he? He's a perfectionist?
Benon nayingira wano studio nga mugamba can you get you know, recording a song with Benon. Oh God, he's a perfectionist.
Wow.
And then tells you, Jack posing up to me. Never told you a bit.
Auntie Muimbi. So he is Like amatuge aina chegaga, like, you know, gawulire. I think I would kind of connect to that as an artist. From our generation,
No,
like everything
for me-
had to be done right.
When Benon walks into the studio, I'd be like, Benon, can you get down? Like, you listen when we are done.
Ngayagala oveewo.
Nganze njagala aveewo, tagawerewo nga
Like when you're recording,
Yes.
because you know he'll be listening to the little
Yo,
things.
and then he will shiver. No.
So he's those guys who makes you like nervous. If he
Nervous.
finds you recording, you'd rather he
Yes.
gets out.
Nervous. Like, even when you're on stage, like, when
If
you're on
he's
stage,
yeah.
and you know Benon is in that audience. No, let me. Someone say,
Yeah.
that's Elijah.
Yeah.
He said, nali ku stage nga nyimba. Not never ko. Ne imagining a face ya Benon.
Mangu nekomawo. Wow.
So that's Benon,
interesting.
perfectionist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Vinka, I just want to thank you again for
No, thank
spending
you for
time with
having me.
us. It's been really
It
nice
was
sharing
fun.
your life story with me. And I feel like while you're at the top of your game right now, I feel like there's so much more in store for you. I feel like the world is still waiting for the Vinka that maybe we haven't even seen yet. So I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank
I
you.
pray
thank you.
that you achieve all your goals.
Thank you. Amen.
And please send my love to the little girl.
I will.
Stay blessed.
Thank you.
But I know how she always finds a way. The mystery of a woman, a savior in a time of need. The bravery of a woman in your time of need. She does the deed, the magic of a